Hello there.
Hello there, troopers, and welcome back to General Kenobi's Bunker. Finally, I know. More on that later. But thank you so much for joining me here on this fine Tuesday. That's right, it's a Tuesday night show. Very special night for a very special friend of ours. So, the Gremlins, apparently are working overtime tonight because holy Obi-Wan's beard. Everything went wrong with my tech. All right. I was this close to just doing it on my phone, if I'm being honest. I was panicking. But we got it. We're here. Hopefully, you're hearing me, by the way. Let me know in the chat if you can actually hear me. So thank you for all of you here in the chat that actually waited for us to start, because we got a great show tonight because we have an incredible guest. All right. I already see some of you in the chat. Again, thank you for hanging out for a little bit, talking amongst yourself, all of that stuff. And again, hopefully, you guys can actually hear me right now. And I haven't been talking for like 3 minutes, on my own. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate you for confirming. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into the actual ado of our guest tonight. So, our guest tonight is no stranger to this community. Okay, dare I say, he is a staple of the community. He has helped build this community and built up a lot of us. Um, and he is he's an incredible example of what spiritual strength, resilience can be in a person. He has inspired, I know that not just myself, but many of us here, and I know many of us here in the chat particularly. So tonight, we not only have a great collector, a great member of this community, we have a great human being with an incredible story. Okay, one that he was kind enough to share, with us. And again, I can't even find the words to express just the admiration that I have for this man, for the stuff that he has been through, that he pulled through, that he found the strength to keep going along with his family. Okay. So let's jump right into it. Let's talk to him without further ado. The man who wins always. We got our brother here, Elijah. Welcome, brother.
General, what's going on, my brother?
Doing good, doing good. So, first of all, thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. Sorry about all that. It got kind of weird there for a little bit. I just noticed that even our background is incorrect. So let me see if I can switch that up. There we go. That's better. Okay. So sorry for the wait, but thank you so much for being here.
Oh, my
Appreciate
pleasure.
you so much.
My pleasure, brother. I don't even know why I got invited, man.
Are you kidding me?
Dude, you're interviewing like heavy hitters, Jawa, Heavy Mando, Brother Tate, and the
Oh, yeah.
Armor, and Rogue One's Darth Vader. You're rolling with the heavy hitters, man.
Dude, it's been very fun. First of all, I it's kind of funny because it's this year I can honestly say that I've stepped out of my comfort zone when it comes to that, right? Um, but man, I've had a blast. I'm not gonna lie. But the reason you're here, my friend, is because you are, I feel, just as, if not more, inspirational than all those characters. Okay, you again, I've said it on the intro. You are an amazing member of this community. We've known of each other for a while now. Through the Spice Runners Lounge. Shout out to all of those guys. And shortly after that, you went through some pretty heavy ordeals, right? I would even go as far as to call them some trials. But you pulled victorious, man. And like I said, you were kind enough and, dare I say, brave enough to share your journey with us. That's not something that us, like, as men, I should say, that's not something that we are used to, right? Sharing our how vulnerable we actually are.
Especially Latino men, right?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's just that added macho. I don't know how to say it, like burden or persona. You know, uh, we don't like to show weakness, right?
Correct.
But I think in reality, you showed incredible strength by doing so. Like I said, you've inspired me. You've inspired many of us here in the chat, and shown us, what true strength is. Uh, to you and to your family, you always have my admiration, for the rest of my days, for what you've actually, pulled through, right? Because let's be honest, not everybody does, right?
Fortunately.
Exactly. And it's how do you call it? Oh, we do have an echo. Sorry about that, guys. Let me see if I can do something about that. I do have echo cancellation here. How's that? Can you guys still hear that echo? How about now? Let me know if you still hear that echo. Um, so yeah, so thank you again. I've always, thank you personally, and I thank you here, live, for doing all that you have done, for sharing on your journey. Uh, you have an amazing collection, which is something that we can all see, uh, behind you. And oh, now I'm faint. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
telling you guys.
I can hardly hear you.
How about now? How about now?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Again, I'm not too sure what's going on. Tech is not not cooperating at all. But we'll power through. It's getting to be too bad connection. And but tell you what, guys, I am way behind in the chat. The chat is on fire,
Yeah.
and rightfully so. Again, we have an amazing, amazing guest. So let me go all the way back and see. We got Joe saying, "What's up, my people?"
Brother Joe.
Of course, we got our guest pulling double duty, entertaining our chat
Mm.
while my computer decided to kill itself. We got Jeff, of course, Star Wars Addict 77. Thank you so much for being here, man. Appreciate you.
My boy Jeff.
And yeah, saying hi to Flex. Flex saying hi back. We got Dark Blaze saying hello there.
Darth.
Got JMC saying hi to everybody. You got me trying to let you know that this was not working out. Jeff saying he's out. He wasn't. Yeah, exactly. The one time, right? We got McClunky Cast. Thank you so much, man. There you go. That's that's literally how we are right now. Not to worry, we're still flying half a ship. Cass, formerly an MCAS. Good evening, all. I thought I would stop by for a bit and say hi. Appreciate it, man. Thank
What's
you so
up,
much for
Cass?
stopping
Thank you.
by. Saying hi to Flex. Thank you, thank you. Dart, yep, coming up. Blackstar09, thank you so much for being here, man. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Black Star.
Rolando Almortiverso Mod, thank you.
Rolando.
Joe saying hi to Rolando. When you know, you know. Rolando saying hi to everybody. Appreciate you. Dart Play saying collection room looking amazing. Dude, so I didn't get a chance to adjust the camera or anything, but y'all can see that big old mess back there. I'm finally starting to put things into these detail. So I'm finally starting to unpack stuff as opposed to, just keeping everything
It's
in,
looking
in boxes.
phenomenal, brother. Looking phenomenal.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Coming from you, that is high
Oh,
praise, my friend.
please. No, please.
We got LeBron Fett saying, hello, everybody. Sorry I'm late. Don't worry
LeBron.
about it.
What's up, brother?
We got Kenobi in a fancy shirt. Yeah, dude, the day got away from me quick after I got home from the office. I blinked and it was like 7:30 for me, so it was kind of nuts. Saying hi to Joe, saying hi to Rolando. Jeff saying hi to Rolando. Let's see. Jeff saying Elijah, is strength always. Absolutely, man. Could not have put it better myself. We got Chris, the man collects,
Man,
saying,
collect.
"What's up, everyone? What's going
What's
on,
up?
Chris? Thank
What's
you so
up?
much for stopping in." We got Jeff saying hi to JMC and LeBron. We got Rolando saying hi to Chris. LeBron saying hi to Flex.
My boy.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. It is definitely weird. I'll try to adjust some more stuff in a little bit. Echo, echo. Yeah, I hear you. Joe, yes, we will talk about Rogue Pie Cantina. Don't worry, I got you. The man collects saying hi to everybody. World's greatest moderators, Rolando and LeBron. Absolutely true.
Yes, sir.
Cass saying hi to Rolando. Rolando with the links already. So that right there is our guest Instagram. Flex, go definitely go check him out. You will not be disappointed. The pictures of this man's collection is just next level. So make sure you check that out. Chris saying, I'll check back here tomorrow. They had 12 of them this evening, Rolando. Ooh. We got Rolando dropping Jeff's Instagram as well. Thank you, Rolando. We got Eben joining us on Facebook. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I know. There's something weird going on. Some echo. Yep. The Man Collects YouTube channel right there. So definitely go check it out. Check out our brother Chris. He puts out toy hunts like nobody's business. All right. So if that's you want to know what's out there in stores, you gotta follow him right there. Uh, yeah, that's my auto tune exactly. I was recording some jams before all this. Here we go. Eben jumping on from YouTube. Appreciate you for coming in, brother. Thank you. Rolando with the links from Man Collects. Spice Runners Lounge. We are in Echo Base. Black Star Nine's YouTube as well. He does amazing 3D printing for Star Wars. He just built himself, or finished building, I should say, the IG 12, technically, because it's the one with Grogu inside. He did a great, great job with the paint, by the way. Okay, so let's let's take it back a little bit. Um, let's go back to the beginning, right? So, could you do you remember the first time that you fell in love with Star Wars?
Oh, of course. My story is similar to so many. Um, I faintly remember seeing the commercials to A New Hope on TV, black and white, and I remember telling my dad, "Pop, pop, can you take me to the movie? I want to see this movie. I want to see this movie." Obviously, I didn't go like opening day or anything, but I did go probably the weekend after it opened at the Ritz Theater in my hometown back at that time, and forget it, man. As soon as the opening, with the words and the destroyer and Darth Vader, man, it just captured me. It was just, something happened. I looked over at my dad. My dad was like sleeping already. He's not a sci-fi guy. It was just me and him. And he was already like knocked out, man. And
Right.
forget it. When I saw C-3PO for the first time and R2 and Chewie, I mean, oh my God, I can literally remember the feelings I felt, as a 5-year-old. It was amazing, and
That's so awesome, man.
and clearly I still hold it, dear to my heart.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's probably one of the things that how can I say it? I don't know if envious is the right word, but I am a little bit envious of people that actually got to experience, the original trilogy, like
Right.
the way you did, right? It's
And the big
just
screen, on the big
yeah,
screen.
exactly,
Yeah,
on the big
yeah,
screen.
yeah.
I had the special editions, but obviously not exactly the same. And that's how I was hooked, right? With the special edition. So I have they hold a special place in my heart still. But nothing can beat that original viewing of
Oh
the
yeah.
original trilogy.
Oh yeah.
So so after the first one, right? I'm assuming you were all in for the subsequent ones.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. At that time when Empire came out, my brother that follows me was a little older and stuff, and we saw it in the big screen, and the toys started coming out, the figures and stuff, and my dad was real cool with that. Every Friday night, I mean every Friday, I guess when he got to work late, I guess on his lunchtime he would go to the toy store and pick up figures for us. He would get home late. We would already be sleeping, but Saturday morning it was glorious. Waking up Saturday morning, and he would lay, I guess, on the bed and or under our pillow and stuff like that, and finding out on Saturday mornings was amazing. And so I memories that I hold really close to my heart.
That's awesome, man.
Hmm.
That is so cool. Uh, so you you start off toys fairly early.
Yeah, yeah. As soon as they became available, and you know how it is with the commercials. You see it on TV, and oh, I want that. I want that. The Tie Fighter, the X-wing. Later on the AT-AT walkers and stuff like that. And we had all that. Me and my brothers. It's three of us, and we had the Death Star and with the garbage compactor and stuff, and
That's
we had the
awesome.
Millennium Falcon. I'm telling you, I wish I had all those toys today, man. The only thing I have left is the snow speeder from
Oh, really?
Empire. Yeah, that's my original one. So
That's
that's
awesome.
that's all I
Still.
got left.
So, okay, so that leads me to my next question. Um, let's say after the initial, trilogy, right?
Hmm.
We go into the dark times,
Mm.
right? When they were, there was just no more Star Wars.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, did you keep on, trying to find some more toys as you got older? Did you pause it? Did you move on to something else?
Yeah, puberty kicked in, and it was all about the honeys and
Yep.
you know and
Priority
dressing a
shift.
certain way, and you
Absolutely.
got into all that stuff. Um, but it was always close to heart, and me and my brothers would always talk about it in conversation, and we literally knew the word to the movies,
Nice.
verbatim, so we'd always play around and throw it at each other, and stuff like that. But yeah, yeah, when like you said, that dark period, yeah, I kind of drew away a little bit.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, that's almost expected to some degree, right? I mean, especially in the culture that we live in, like you said, being in a Latino household, um, like our parents didn't really grow up with sci-fi, right? Like you said.
No, not at all, not
Um,
at all.
so it's for us, and even to an extent, still, it's still sort of viewed as look, no, that's just children's stuff, right? Like if you're not a child anymore, you shouldn't be, watching that stuff or even talking about that stuff.
My dad, they retired and they live in Florida now. And when I went through what I was going through, he came very frequently, and it was
Sure.
funny because when I was well enough to come into this room, I mean, I didn't for the first couple of months, but when I
Yeah.
was well enough to come down, he'd help me come down and stuff, and he would just sit here and look around and just laugh. He's like, you're a grown man, he would look around. He's like, are you serious? And I'm like, Pop, you created this monster. You took me to the theaters in
There you
'77.
go. Exactly.
So he would laugh, and we had a good time. But like, I don't know if he gets it, but he respects it. He's
That's what I was
like,
gonna say.
that's your passion, and clearly he knows it's something that me and my brothers grew up with and stuff like
Right.
that. So he doesn't understand it, but he respects it, and he's supportive.
That's good, man. That's good. Because again, that's not always the case, unfortunately.
Mm.
My parents were kind of the same way. My dad was like, I don't understand none of this, but I'll take you to the movies. I'll
Right,
take you
right.
to the toy. I'll buy as much as I can afford, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so yeah, it's funny that we've had somewhat similar experiences that. Now, how about the siblings? Did the siblings keep collecting? Did they stopped also?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. As they grew, they stopped and stuff like that. So yeah, yeah. We just what we did as kids, the three of us and stuff, and what my parents would buy us for Christmas and our birthdays and things like that. That was it. That was it. They didn't really go beyond that.
Nice. Nice. Well, they should have given you their stuff.
Correct. Let me thirst my
Oh snap!
quench my
Look at
thirst
that.
with this amazing
There
tumbler.
you go. That's a limited edition right there. It's some prototypes. Yeah, nice. Love it. Love it. Um, that's awesome, man. So then let's keep going chronologically, right? Um, so after you sort of stopped or put it on a heavy pause, for a while, what got you back into it? Was it the prequels? Was it the special editions?
Yeah, I mean, when they started announcing the prequels, something just kicked in and fired up again, and
Right.
inside me, I was like, oh my god, they're gonna go back into episode one, and all those feelings all came back.
Nice.
Obviously, I was a lot much, I was much older and stuff like that, but yeah, all those childhood feelings started coming back. I didn't get into the toy stuff, in the marketing of the toys and stuff at that time, like I did, for the original trilogy. But the feeling, and
Of
going to the
course.
theaters and watching it, oh yeah, it definitely came back. It was amazing. I felt like a kid again.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you hear me? Sorry.
No,
Damn. There's just. Okay. How about now?
a little better.
Okay. Yeah, there's just something. How about that? Is that any better?
Breaking.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Literally, what's going on? Um, but we'll try to. So, um, let me see if this helps. Can you hear me a little bit better?
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. Let's just keep going like that. So that's all. So what about the prequels? Did you actually like them?
Well, you know the general consensus when it comes to the to that, how everyone feels. But you know what? I'm gonna keep it real, man. It was Star Wars content at that time, and I was just happy. Regardless of
Absolutely.
certain characters and plots and things. Yeah, I think my sentiment is the general sentiment, but Star Wars content is Star Wars content, and I'll always welcome it.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Um, I enjoyed them at the time, and then I don't know. Like as I grew older, I went through like a dip when I was like, you know what, they weren't that great. But now that I'm older,
Mm.
I'm like, you know what, they were pretty fun. Like so
Right.
I kind of like went full circle. Um, but that's good, man. So the prequels, come and go. Uh, do you stick with it? You're like, you know what? Okay, episode 3 is out. We don't really know if we're gonna get any more. Do you hold out until we start seeing Clone Wars and then Rebels and stuff like that?
You know, and I'm probably gonna get some slack for this, but I didn't get into that stuff, man. The
Nice.
Clone Wars and
Yeah.
yeah, what I really, to me, I was just like, oh man, they're cartoons, and man, I don't know if it's the same, and I probably saw one episode of something, and and I was just like, man, it just doesn't. It didn't have like that magic, like the movies and stuff. So I never really got into it. I started getting into it now. Well, probably the only time when Ahsoka, was coming out and all that
Yep.
stuff, and I was like, you know what, I want to kind of learn, the Clone War characters and some of that backstory and stuff like that. But when they came out originally, no, I didn't
Not
get
so
into it.
much.
No, nope, not at all.
Wow.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a little bit surprising. Um, I think for a lot of us, myself included, season 1 of Clone Wars was kind of wacky,
Mm.
right? There's some curious, choices made in some of those
Mm.
episodes.
Mm.
Um, but for me, season 2, that's the one that hooked me, right? I was like, no, you know what, this has a lot of potential. Let me jump right back here into the chat because it is I'm so behind now. I just noticed. All right, so we got Darplay saying he's back. Thank you. We got our brother Tony saying
Ah,
Flex. What's
brother
going
Tony,
on,
what's
man?
up, brother?
What's going on, Tony? Trying to keep my head above water. This my tech is turning on me tonight. Jeff, reminding everybody to please go ahead and smash that like button. We would appreciate it if you let the algorithm know that we are doing a good job. Joe saying hi to Tony. Rolando dropping Dark Places link here. When you know, you know. That's right, Tony. Uh, LeBron also reminding you to hit that like button. Appreciate you, LeBron. No, Tony, it is not you. It is. There is an echo. I've tried like four different things and I don't know what's going on. LeBron saying hi to Sith. We got a Brett from Collecting with Cool. What's up, Spice Runner
What's
fam?
up, brother?
What's going on? What's going on? Another stellar member of the community and of the brand new
Rogue
Rogue 5
5.
Cantina.
Yes, sir.
So, Joe will kill me if I don't talk about that. So, how about we jump in?
Okay.
So, in case anybody here does not know for some reason, our friend here, Elijah, is now part of a very exclusive group
Exclusive.
that is called the Rogue 5 Cantina. So they are here on YouTube. They just had their awesome, by the way, premiere on Sunday.
Yeah, it was great. It
And
was great. We
yeah,
had a
you
great
guys
time.
killed it.
We had
Yeah,
a
the
great
turnout
time. The
was
turnout was
insane.
amazing. The support, it was amazing. Thanks to everybody.
Absolutely. So I just wanted to point this out. You guys are past the 100 subscriber mark, right? With you were like at what, close to 90 before you even had the actual show?
No, we were like in the 70s or something.
Is it?
Yeah, like
And then during the show, I saw you guys,
it spiked up, right?
exactly. And
Yeah.
then you got close to, what was it, 97, maybe 98
Right.
by the end of the stream. And then, of course, naturally, crossed the 100 subscriber mark
Yep.
right away. So definitely go check him out. Rolando has dropped the link here in the chat.
Thanks, Rolando.
Also, if you see a link being dropped here in the chat by Rolando, go ahead and check it out. If it's YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. If it's
Thanks,
TikTok,
Sergio.
Instagram, go ahead and check them out and follow them. So just for a little bit of, how can I say, not comparison, but perspective, it took me 5 months to get to 100 subscribers. All
Wow.
right. So all I can say is that you guys are killing it. If you haven't, by whatever reason, haven't seen the first episode, you definitely need to go and check it out. Okay. It's, where is it? Here. It's on the live section. So over 300 views already, which is nuts. So congrats, guys. You guys are killing it.
Thank you.
So it is comprised of our friend Elijah, Joe from JMC Collects, Brett from Collecting with Cool, Stan,
Janine,
Janine, the first sister,
the
sorry,
first sister, yeah.
that's right, and Old Tom Solo,
All
right?
time solo.
So definitely go check them out. If you haven't subscribed, do so right now. Again, the link is here in the chat somewhere. And it's gonna be happening every Sunday night, and
9 p.m. Eastern.
that's right, 9 p.m. Eastern, which is 8 p.m. Central for us in the Central Time Zone. So definitely check us out, and especially check us out this Sunday
Oh,
for
yeah.
a little
Oh,
familiar
yeah.
face,
Oh, yeah.
joining them. So yeah, tune in. Also, make sure you guys tune in to the Spice Runners Lounge on Friday. So there you go. So the Spice Runners is basically trying to monopolize, the whole weekend, Star Wars content, and so far they're doing great on that. So yeah, guys. Once again, Rogue 5 Cantina. If you haven't, check it out. Subscribe. They're also on Instagram. So make sure you follow them there for any update, and make sure you subscribe to everybody's individual channels. JMC Collects, Collecting with Cool from Brett, All Tom Solo as well, and again, make sure that you tune in Sunday 8 p.m. central.
And I got to give a quick shout out to Scott Berry from Spice Runners for creating that amazing video intro and music. He did everything, everything. He created the music itself and stuff, and it was amazing. It blew all of our minds. So big shout out and big thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Scott killed it.
Yeah, he did. He did.
First of all, the music is insane, right? Like it's so good. It,
Yeah.
it just flows so well. And the video, man, the video is just like perfect. Like it's, I mean, those cutscenes are nuts.
Yeah, yeah.
So once again, guys, if you want to know what we're talking about, you gotta go check out Rogue 5 Cantina. Check out their intro right at the beginning. Like Elijah is saying, Scott created right the music for this and the sequence, the video sequence as well. So
And he also did it for Spice Runners, the music and
Yeah.
the intros and stuff, which
Right.
you're also both
Yeah.
of us are part of as well.
yeah, part of the current intro.
Yeah.
So Scott, just insanely talented guy. I know that I think he's also doing a few things, or might have already done it for the Dark Side Pizzeria that's gonna open out here.
Yeah. I think he's
Um,
involved in that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I remember him saying that he might create some tunes for that too.
Yeah.
So shout out to Scott, who
Yes,
is
sir.
a musical genius.
He sure
basically.
is.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Dark Blaze saying, my first experience with Star Wars was the special edition 1997 A New Hope theatrical release. Blew my mind. Yeah. That's why I have the special editions in a special like place in my heart, because it allowed a lot of us to actually see them on the big screen, right? And yes, they were not the same, but hey, it's the next best thing, right?
Right.
Dark Blaze saying, I was 3 was one of my earliest memories. There you go. Hooked from the very beginning. That's awesome. And apparently I'm a lot older than you are, Dark Blaze.
Yeah.
Rolando said, I saw Star Wars in 1977 3 times when I was 7. That's awesome.
That's right.
Rolando, we saw it in 77, and the next summer saw it about 5-6 times. I was 6. There you go. That's amazing. LeBron said, the first time I saw Star Wars was VHS. Nice. Sergio, what's going on, man? Thank you so for coming in.
Brother
Appreciate you.
Serge, what's up, brother?
Saying hi to everybody. Cass saying hi to Sergio. Sergio saying hi back. Sergio's tuning in from work. Hey, we appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Cass and Sergio, how about them Cowboys? Hey, they finally pulled it off, right? Rolando dropping Sergio's YouTube channel there, so please go ahead and check it out. A win is a win. Yep. Hey, can't
That's
argue
it.
with that.
That's it.
Yep. Evan saying Latino dads don't know.
Nope.
Yeah, I know. But like I said, I guess we were fortunate enough to have supported parents, right? That even though it was foreign or strange to them, they were still supported enough to encourage us, to keep exploring this.
Let me tell you something about Latino dads. My dad, man. So me and my brothers, we talked him into, taking us to go see Return of the Jedi. I thought he was going to initially drop us off at the theater and pick us up afterwards or whatever.
Right.
He actually paid for 4 tickets and, he went in with us. Dude,
Nice.
as soon as he saw Jabba the Hutt, he was like, I'll wait for you guys out in the car. We got home. He told my mom in Spanish, he was like, yo, there was this talking piece of crap and stuff. What the hell are they watching? He was like, I had to leave the theater. Oh, we would, to this day, we make fun of him.
Oh, that's hilarious, man. That is crazy. But yeah, man, my dad couldn't sit through one of them, let alone the trilogy. Yeah, I think I'm actually trying to remember. We've seen maybe 1 or 2, right? Like all the way through, but that's about it. So my dad, even to this day, if he goes to the movies and if he doesn't have snacks, he's out. Like he just like he just goes to sleep. He's like, so as long as he's got, like a big, bucket of popcorn,
Right,
he's
right,
good.
right.
He's in it. But as soon as those are done, he's like, nope, checked out.
I'm out.
so, so yeah, let me see, guys. You're first of all, and thank you for putting up with some of the little bit of issues that we've had here tonight on my end. But Tarplay saying, "White dads don't know either." It's like my pop hates Star Wars. There you go. Maybe it's just a dad thing in
Yeah,
general.
right, right.
Yeah. Serge is saying, "Thanks LeBron for the shout out." Brett saying hi to Eben. Sergio saying hi to Brett. LeBron saying no worries. What's good, says Sergio. Not my audio right now. I'll tell you that. Jeff saying Rolando link above by staying at that. Okay. LeBron dropping YouTube. What is this? YouTube link. And what up, Brett? You may have the mic and the camera turned on. I did, but I already turned it off, and it didn't really made a difference. So yeah, still not sure what's going on. Nope, I don't have as much money as you do. I don't have a mixer.
Eben has a studio, man.
Yeah, Evan's got the works, but hey, I saw that setup for the Rogue 5 Cantina and your intro, and man, you guys are pretty pro already. I mean, took me years to try to get it, decent, and as you can see, it's still not working out. Dark Blade says I was 5'6" when Phantom Menace came out, and I absolutely loved it.
Mm.
I was like 8'9" when Attack of the Clones came out, and loved it. Yeah, man. So I think you were just the right age, for those movies. Just like a lot of the community was the right age, for the original trilogy, right? To definitely make an
Exactly.
impression.
Those are his original trilogies.
Exactly. Yeah. Absolutely. Which I can kind of relate. I was exposed to Star Wars, like I said, for the special edition, so I enjoyed the original trilogy. But when the prequels came out, like those were my jam, right? Those were like because the toys were out in force. They look newer, so they look cleaner. The lightsaber fights, all of that was, I guess more updated. A little bit
Realistic.
like
Yeah,
yeah,
more
exactly.
realistic.
And of course, the special effects were amazing for the time. They still hold up, a lot of them. And so yeah, that's the ones that I was like, all right, that's it, I'm sold. I'm in it. But so tell us, these days, we can see that you collect, some helmets. You got one or two back there, from what
Couple.
I can see. Exactly. But so, what's your main jam right now for in terms of collecting?
Well, I'm not at that level yet, like some of my fellow counterparts. Some of the Avengers over at Spice Runners. I don't have statues and those type of expensive props, but I'm still at that Hot Toys level. I'm big on Hot Toys and Sideshow, what have you, and hilts. I try to get as many hilts as I can possibly
Nice.
obtain. I have this thing now for hilts
That's awesome, man.
and autographs. I've always enjoyed obtaining those and meeting the celebrity as well.
Right.
But you already know about that, man. You hang with them and barbecue with them and stuff.
Yeah. So you actually got me into. I have one right here. So you got me into these guys here.
Mm.
Let me see. Sorry about the glare.
Yeah, yeah.
There we go. So I'm loving these things now. I had Tate Fletcher sign one. I had
Yeah,
Emily.
I saw that.
I
saw
had.
that. They're beautiful.
Yeah, man. He does great work.
Yeah.
So shout out to him
Ariel Martinez.
and his
shout out.
company. Yep. Shout out to Ariel. In case you guys don't know, I tagged him also on my post when for my autographs this past weekend, or sorry, 2 weekends ago. And so go check him out, over on Instagram. If you guys need something custom made, he can accommodate. So these things are great
And
because
he's
you don't have to
super
carry.
fast.
Yeah,
Super fast.
yeah. I talked to him on like a Friday, and I think I had them in my hand by like
2 days.
what was it, Wednesday maybe? Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
we're both on the opposite coast. He's in Cali. I'm in Jersey.
Yeah,
And literally, I speak to him, and he, all right, it's going out tomorrow. Literally in 2 days, it's
yeah, I
here,
know.
in my mailbox.
He's he does great work. You know, they look super clean. I love that they're very portable.
Yeah,
So you know,
yeah,
since I was going to a convention and I had
yeah.
gear and I had all that stuff,
Easy to
it's
carry, maneuver.
exactly,
Yeah,
you know, as opposed to, you know, maybe a figure or something like that that you got
right,
to put
right,
in a clamshell,
right.
or you know, something, worry about the how do you call it, the like the ink or the marker for smidging, all that stuff. So
Right.
this stuff like does great. I
Yeah.
freaking love them now.
Yeah.
um Serge is saying the prequels could have done without Jar Jar.
Uh,
But then why would we complain about, you know, the Six Flags? I'm just
yeah,
saying.
right.
We got our brother Archer, nerd
Archer.
affiliated, saying, "What's up, everyone?" So if you haven't seen by any chance, our friends from Nerd Affiliated are basically celebrities from New York Comic Con. They cosplayed as
Oh, I saw
Ghostbusters,
that. Yeah, 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 I saw that.
and they made it to how do you call it? Man, I'm now blanking out. Um, not Gizmodo, but dang it, I'm blanking out on the article. But they're actually, you know, front and center for the cosplay of New York Comic Con.
They did
So
like a
I
little
call that.
video clip or something of them, and it was like Luke Skywalker's Force Ghost, and
It's
they were
Forrest
like,
Ghost.
"Oh,
Yeah.
that was hysterical, hysterical." I think I yeah, I did respond to him. I was like,
Yeah.
"Yo, that was hysterical, bro."
Dude, that was so awesome, man. So they killed it out there. So make sure you guys check that out. They did a little bit of a video recap of New York Comic Con, but they killed it out there. You know, their cosplay was next level for sure. Those proton packs look insane. So
Yeah, they look
congrats
good.
to you guys.
Yeah, they look good.
Dark Place saying I was 13 when Revenge of the Sith came out and was the best theater experience I've ever had. Yeah, dude, that movie was something else. Sergio says I still like them. Never understood the hate for hating. Yeah, same here actually. Not gonna lie, I never really
Yeah.
bumped too much into his stuff, but
Mm-mm.
Sergio saying the Clone Wars are caca. Captain Rex is the goat,
Yes, he is.
and 99. Yep. So there we go, Rolando dropping Nerd Affiliated's YouTube channel. So definitely go check that out, please, because you don't want to miss, you know, the coverage of New York Comic Con. That was awesome. LeBron dropping also Nerd Affiliated, just in case, you know, you want to click one link over the other, by all means. Martha, what's going on? Thank you so much for coming in.
Miss Morales.
Yes, that's my mom.
Oh, that's your mom?
Yeah, that's my mom.
Oh my goodness. Oh, pleasure, Miss Morales. Pleasure.
LeBron say hi to Archer. Roland say hi to my mom. LeBron say hi to my mom too. Spice Runner saying it's animation, bro. Cartoons are in Sunday paper. Oh wow, somebody defending the Clone Wars. I like that. Jeff on the same boat. Nerd Affiliate say season one is rough. Season one is rough. Season one is it's a watch. Okay, it's a one and done kind of deal for me, to be honest. I don't even remember going back to any episode on the first season. But hey, it's all part of the evolution, right? Nerd Affiliate say hi to everybody. Hey, we got Robert Gilsters
Gilster.
reminding everybody to please go ahead and smash that like button. Thank you so much. LeBron saying the only bad Star Wars is The Last Jedi. That's funny. Nope. Archer, I do have an echo. My computer is just not cooperating tonight, but we're powering through. Everybody saying hi to each other. Love that. Spice Runs for life. For life, says Sergio. Thank you for that. Ka saying, don't worry, Kenobi. I could just make it sound like we're at a concert. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
I will, you know, perhaps I will sing for you. Sergio saying, congratulations. James C saying, thanks, LeBron. No worries, says LeBron. Sergio, TikTok, Dapper Panda, shameless plug. Hey, that works out. Rolando saying he doesn't have TikTok. I didn't know that. Brett says You have YouTube. Oh, here we go. Took me months to hit 100 subs. It's a trip. Hope people continue to support it and come back and also come back to the bunker. Yes, hopefully. So once again, guys, Rogue 5 Cantina, definitely check it out. Go check out Collecting with Cool. Brett is also part of the new group. And yeah, like I said, man, it's just a little bit of a perspective, right? Because that's what I was thinking when I was watching y'all stream on Sunday. I'm like, these dudes are about to hit 100, like no questions. And I'm like, and they haven't even put out a full video yet. Like that's awesome, because technically the stream was still going. So congrats on that. The turnout was amazing. So
It was,
I'm
man.
sure
I'm still overwhelmed. I'm still overwhelmed.
absolutely, man. Well, like I said, and it's only been um, the product or people showing you right a little bit of the love that you have shown them in this community. So you've always been super supportive of pretty much everybody. um, and again, not just you, of course, the rest of Rogue 5 Cantina, everybody in there is amazing. um, but like I said, just you personally, I think you've really inspired a lot of people in this community. So we got 80s kid from the 90s saying hi. Thanks, man.
What's
Thank you
up?
for coming in. LeBron dropping Joe's YouTube. Thank you. Smiley face from Evan. We got Rolando dropping 80s kids from the 90s YouTube channel. Serge is saying Evan for president. All right, let's
I'll
do
vote.
it.
Got my vote.
Yeah, I was just gonna say hi 80s. Yeah, vote Evan. There you go. Do back deliveries. What is going
Hey,
on?
what's going on, Duback? What's up, brother?
Appreciate you coming in, man. Thank you so much. 80s kid saying, I recently turned 27. Stop reminding me. Evan laughing. Brett saying, Rolando, the link for Sundays is up if you want to grab it at Rogue 5 Cantina. There you go. Go ahead and drop it into the link. There's Due Back Deliveries link. Thank you so much. Yeah, Scott did amazing.
Yep.
All right, guys. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you, but the chat is just going crazy. So let's get back to our guest here. I don't want to spend half an hour just reading the chat, but I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. And again, sorry about all the little hiccups that we've had. So let me ask you something. So
Hold on a second, brother.
yeah,
Read Jeff's last comment because that's so true, and I second that.
now you put me in the spot. Oh, last comment. Gotcha.
Yeah, the last
Let's
one.
see. Jeff saying, this is a plug for you, General Kenobi. You are always pushing community forward. Support everybody. Humble, and you run the show all by yourself, brother.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I appreciate that, Jeff.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, guys. As you know, we usually do run a little bit smoother than tonight. But hey, we're here. We're having fun. We have an amazing guest who I've been wanting to talk to here in the bunker for, again, the longest time. He's been, he had been a little bit busy with some, a little bit of life-changing stuff, but he's here. He's better. He's happy to be back collecting. We love that he's back. I love that you're doing live streams now. That's my thing. And I mean, we've talked, I don't know, probably months by this point, and I told you, I want you to be here on the high ground.
I
Right?
remember the
Yeah.
last time I came on. I think you had just hit one of your milestones,
Yeah.
and I had briefly jumped in. It was funny because if I were to look back at that episode, I don't even think I had eyebrows yet.
Right.
So
Dude, so okay. So, and I've told you this, but I will say it here in front of the chat. I was always just humbled that. So I remember that every Wednesday, when we usually do the high ground,
Mhm.
that's usually the day that you would have your
my
treatment,
chemo,
right?
Yeah,
Your chemo, correct?
yeah, on Wednesdays.
Um, and almost without fail, man, every Wednesday when I was up here, BSing about Star Wars and all that stuff, you'd pop in, you'd pop in, you said hi, you stuck around, you were in the chat.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, if I had just gone through what he's gone through, I'm like, dude, I'd be out, I'd be, just in bed, not wanting to do or say or let alone interact with anybody, like honestly.
Well, let me tell you, brother. Though, and I took out a couple of seconds on Sunday on the Rogue Five Cantina to mention it, and I'm gonna use this platform here to say
Absolutely.
it, and I've said it before here on the bunker. Um, you know, I drew strength from this community. You know, I would remember, like, okay, I was sitting in the chair getting the chemo, and I'm like, oh, tonight, I'm gonna watch, the bunker show. It's just like, oh, I can't wait to be home in bed. Yeah, I'm gonna have some side effects, but I'll push through. You know what I mean? The community pushed me through.
Yeah.
Sithcast, their podcast, PJ and them. The Spice Runners on Friday, with George, the Hyperdrive.
Yep.
Your show. It just kept me feeling normal. I guess I don't even know if that makes sense.
It does. Yeah.
Through the
Absolutely.
pain, through the side effects, which, oh my god, it was just too many to even mention. Um, you know, the community, and the well wishes and the love, and we got your back, and hashtag flex wins, and
Absolutely.
we were getting like these care packages, from around the world, brother, literally around the world,
That's amazing, man.
from the community. I guess they were reaching out to Eben, and Eben would forward them my address, and we were getting packages and cards, which I was dumbfounded. My mom was in tears. She was like, I can't believe it. And I'm like, yeah, well, that's Star Wars, the ones you guys make fun of and stuff. I don't
There you go.
understand,
Right.
they got my back, And she was like, they truly do. To this day, she's like, wow, I still have no words to express, what that community, got you through, and my family, my, high command. She's watching your show now, actually.
I appreciate that.
Um, and and my son and stuff. They're like, nah, the community, they got dad through, and you guys did,
Well, like I said, man, it was what do they call it? A symbiotic, relationship because I and I've told you this, maybe a little more privately, but we all got days, right? We all got good days, we all got bad days.
Yeah.
And so whenever I had a bad day, right, and everything just seemed like it was a little bit too much, right? A little bit too much for me. But I'd see you, post things like, hey, one more done, right? One more chemo done.
Yeah.
And here's to however many left, right? That much closer to the goal, that much, and I would just see the outpour of love and be like, man, I got no business complaining, right? I was like, look at this man, going through what he's going through, his family, what they're going through.
Yeah.
And I don't see him, cursing to the world, like saying, oh, why me? Oh, all of that stuff. I was like, so if he, is not complaining, I'm like, I better, pull myself up from my bootstraps and shut the hell up because I got no reason to complain.
And it's funny that you mentioned that, brother, because literally when it happened, when I first got diagnosed and they tell you in your face, my life, it took me a couple of seconds to like
Of
respond. Like
course.
my whole life flashed through.
Of course.
That was on a Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I didn't go to work on Friday. I spoke to my supervisor, the assistant chief. My wife didn't go to work. We just stayed home. It was weird. It was a weird feeling. But I would say after that Sunday, my mindset had changed. Over the weekend. I'm a Christian and stuff, and I was in prayer, and I never at once, like, oh God, why me? It was more like, why not me? What makes me different or any more special than anyone else?
Sure.
So that's why I approached it, and I'm here by His grace, clearly, because I remember once going through chemo, the nurse that was doing my stuff, I was like, oh, you're kind of off today. You're not your her usual. So she's like, oh my God, I'm sorry, Elijah. She's like, 3 days ago we lost a patient, and I was like, oh my God, and I was like, were they young? She was like, yeah, they were. He was very, or she was very young, and
Right.
her body just couldn't take the chemo, and she passed away. So it's like, wow, you have this tumor, this cancerous tumor. If that doesn't kill you because it's caught late or something, the
Right.
chemo kills you. It's just like it's like, oh my God. So, I'm here by grace. It's not, my fight and or or my body overcome it. No, it was the will to live. Clearly,
Absolutely.
I have a lot to live for and stuff, and through my faith, I drew my primary strength. And obviously, as you know, brother, personally, on a personal level, my family, my support system, and then forget it. Like I will always on any platform, say it that this community, was also a strong force behind that, So I have
Oh,
so many
absolutely,
people to
man.
be thankful and grateful for.
Yeah, and like we said, and just look at the chat, man. Everybody's super grateful that you're here. Um, you know, I don't even have the words to say. I'm so glad that that you're here, that
You
you
and
get
I
to.
both, brother. You and I
Yeah,
both.
yeah, absolutely. So, I know there was definitely some rough spots, right? Um, but again, you pulled through.
Yeah.
Like you said, with your faith, with your family, and yeah, and like you said, I have to say, with this community, right? This community that, like I said, you nurtured, you have helped, build, and you just see, a little bit of that return, right? Which is great. I've said it before 1,000 times. I'll say it probably 1,000 more. This is absolutely the best part about doing YouTube, right? Just this community,
Yes,
honestly.
sir. Yes,
Um,
sir.
so here we go. So nerd affiliated saying Flex is the, what is that, a horse? No, I'm just kidding.
Goat. A
That's
goat.
yeah, that's a good.
Of course.
Serge is saying that's awesome, Flex. Really glad you're doing well, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
Thank you, brother.
Chris from the Man Collect saying you have my utmost respect, Flex. I'm glad to hear you're doing well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely, Chris. Dave's Dimension saying Flex can't stop, won't stop till it reaches the top.
That's
Love
right.
that.
That's right.
Hey, Sean, what's going on?
Hey, what's
Saying
going
Flex
on, brother
won.
Sean?
Absolutely, he did, man, and he continues to do so. Jeff, there you go, Captain Flex. I like that.
Captain
I
Flex.
like that. So thank you once again, guys, here to the chat. You guys are amazing. But um, yeah, man, like I said, just the example that you have set for many of us, right? We'll always be grateful. I know I'm not speaking about just myself when I say that. So thank you again for doing that, for sharing. Again, it's definitely not easy, especially.
When I got diagnosed, not to cut you off, I'm sorry,
No,
but
no,
I
by all
just
means.
thought of this, and I think it's really important. And I always, I told High Command, I was like, whenever I have an audience of men, I want to share it. I got diagnosed with breast cancer,
Right.
and bro, when I was told, I was like, how is that possible? I don't, it's like I don't
Right.
have breasts. I
Right.
got pecs, but I don't have
Yeah.
breasts. But I learned that no, men can get breast cancer. We have mammary glands just like women. They just don't,
Yep.
produce milk.
Right.
Bro, I learned that day like all this, biology because I didn't know. I
Yeah.
did not know men can get breast cancer. So men, we can get it too.
Yeah.
When I was going, I still go to Sloan's, you know, I'm treated by oncologists, that specialize in breast cancer and stuff like that. I'm like the only dude there. This is all women. And,
Right.
and no dudes. It's not common, but we still can get it. So don't think it's not possible.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is definitely something that I became a lot more aware. Obviously, after hearing about your diagnosis,
Hmm.
and I was on the same boat. To be honest, I thought that was honestly kind of exclusive to women, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I
but
thought it was gender specific.
yeah, yeah,
Women got breast cancer, like men would get testicular cancer.
exactly, yeah.
And then there's just cancers that both people,
Oh
stomach
yeah,
cancer,
absolutely.
colon cancer, but I did not know men can get breast cancer until I was diagnosed.
Right, right. So again, that's also very important. Like you said, just to make people aware that
Yeah.
that can also happen, right?
Yes,
So,
sir.
don't ignore if you have,
A
some of the
lump.
symptoms.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And men, it's literally like, well, for me, it was a lump behind my left nipple.
There you go.
It was like this. It felt like a hard bean, like the size of a bean. It was hard like that, and I'd press and I'd feel it, And when they took out the tumor, it was the size of a ping pong ball. The doctor said, the
Yikes.
surgeon said, yeah.
Yeah. So there you go, guys. Everybody here in the chat, it can happen. So, check yourselves, don't ignore if you got something, that doesn't feel quite right.
Exactly.
By all
Exactly.
means, go to the doctor.
Yep.
Don't procrastinate. Don't
Exactly.
mess around with that stuff.
I caught it early, thankfully, but unfortunately, some people don't, because they
Yeah,
they don't go to the doctor, they don't get checked, even though they feel something different, in their body, they don't go on time, and unfortunately, it's too late when they do find it.
yeah, exactly. And again, guys, it's something about what we were talking about, at the beginning of the stream. It's a little bit of like taboo, I guess, right? Because you're like, oh, like you said, right? Like men don't have breasts, like so therefore, nothing's gonna be wrong with me, you know, in my chest area, right?
Dude,
And
when I went to get a mammogram, I'm like, wait a minute, wait. How are we gonna do this mammogram when I don't
exactly,
have breasts to put
right?
into the
Yeah,
machine?
yeah.
Bro, I was just like, this is crazy. I was so embarrassed. I was
No,
just like, oh,
absolutely,
and
I,
it's a
I
girl.
get
She's like,
that.
it's okay, guys. Do. I'm like, don't give me that guy
Yeah,
thing. Do it too.
exactly.
That's big ass. Cause
Yeah,
I'm like, let's just do it. Hurry up. You know what I mean? I had that attitude. I was just like, bro, this is crazy. I was so embarrassed, but long and behold,
yeah, exactly. And like you said, good on you for actually getting through that, right? Or getting over that and getting checked out because, that I'm sure those was precious time that you gained.
thanks
So
thanks to high command
there you
again.
go.
She works in the medical field, and she immediately was like, no, I don't like this. I'm making an appointment with the doctor. The doctor checked me out. She was like, no, I'm going to send you for mammogram and ultrasound. And I mean, it was like boom, 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 boom. And, got it in time, man.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Which again, we are very grateful for, man. So,
Yeah. Thank you, brother.
thank you for thanks high command for us too.
She's upstairs. She's
There
watching.
you go. So yeah, let me jump back here in the chat real quick. We got our brother Daniel, Legacy of Nerd. What's going on,
Hey,
brother?
what's going on, Daniel?
Thank you so much for being here, man. Joe saying hi to Legacy. Sean saying hi to Joe and Brett. Sergio saying, my grandfather died of breast cancer.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, sorry about that, Sergio,
Yeah,
but
I'm sorry,
yeah,
brother. Wow.
there you go, guys. So it's all too real.
Mm.
So definitely don't ignore any kind of symptom, guys. So
Symptoms. Yep.
go get checked out. It's definitely not something you want to ignore.
And I think Gilster makes an excellent point. Don't forget to, after you hit a certain age, I think it's like 40, 45, colonoscopy checks as well.
Absolutely.
Because colon cancer, it's on a rampage as well, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, it really is. So definitely, guys. Again, not to bring the stream in a different direction, but it's important that everybody's aware.
Yep.
Um, like Flex said, he was lucky enough, to have this a supportive wife, and that maybe recognize some of the potential, right, symptoms or potential, how do you call it, problems that could arise, if this was something. But not everybody has a spouse like that, so it's up to us, to take care of ourselves. So once again, guys, do not ignore it. Most of us here in the chat are men, and again, when it comes to men, we don't like to talk about this stuff. We don't like to face, the possibility of us being, sick, or you know having a tough disease like this, right? Like we're
Yeah.
just like, nah, I'm fine, and we just power on. But it doesn't make you any less of a man to go to the
Absolutely not.
doctor and get checked
Absolutely
out.
not. Uh,
So
because of this cancer, this tumor, I have a double mastectomy. You know
right,
what I mean? They removed both of my breasts, the tissues, the muscles, everything. I
yeah,
have two, large scars across my chest, and now it's like more like a concave type of
right,
look instead of outwards like a peck.
sure.
But hey, it's a small price. I'm still here. I
Oh,
couldn't care
absolutely.
less, brother. Couldn't care less.
That's what I was gonna say. So guys, always, um we don't like to be a burden, right? That's what it boils down to, I think, for a lot of us. We were raised to not burden people, right? Not burden anybody with our needs, or with
Mm.
us being, how can I say it? I don't want to say inadequate, but with us not being like man, right? Like, so what I want to say is, guys, think about your family, okay? We're
Absolutely.
not just doing this for us, right? Most of us have
Absolutely.
families, whether it be, a spouse, partner, kids, no kids, nephews, whatever. We all got, somebody that we care for, and somebody that cares for us.
Yep.
So think about it that way, right? If for whatever reason you don't want to do it for you, think about them too,
Do it for them.
right? So again, do not take this, how can I say it? Do not take this too lightly. Definitely keep it in the back of your mind. Don't procrastinate when it comes to something medical, even if it seems like it's nothing. Let's just make sure, right?
That's it.
Just go
Let's
in,
rule it out. Let's just rule it out.
exactly, spend a couple hours of a day, on a doctor visit, and let's just make sure, right? And then that's it. We move on,
That's
right?
it.
But at least now you know.
Exactly.
So again, that is just a part um, of the contributions, I should say, that you've done, to our community, right? Just raising some of this awareness, because like I just said, I wasn't aware,
Yeah.
that this was a possibility, man. To be
Yeah.
honest,
Yeah.
so definitely, guys. Once again, just bottom line: do not be afraid to go to the doctor. Do not procrastinate. Okay, um, it's it's not worth it just to save, a couple hours from going to the doctor, and it could definitely be an advantage, if something's caught early enough.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
but there you go. I like that. Serge is saying, knowing is half the battle.
Yes, sir.
Go, Joe. Don't forget that.
Yes, sir.
Jeff saying, what's Elijah's favorite collectible in his room? All right,
Ah.
that's the question. Jeff with the tough questions, man.
Yeah, man. I have, I can't say I have one favorite. I have several that are sentimental.
Sure.
Because they were given to me, especially during this season of my life. When I was going through the chemo and all that stuff, and things that I had received, as gifts from the brethren, here in the community. So I had that sentimental value. So I can't say I have any one item. I have several.
Nice.
You know.
Okay. Let's see. I'll follow up with a question. Is there a current grail that you might be looking for?
Current grail. That's funny. I was just talking to High Command a few days ago. I told her that I would really like, like a life size a 101 scale R2 unit.
Ooh.
I know brother Jeff's, he built one and stuff like that, and I know a few other people. I told her that I would really like to, eventually be able to obtain one of those.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That's gonna be awesome.
Something special about R2. I don't know.
No, of course you can't mess with R2. Come on. It's the classic. They
Exactly.
keep pumping out, new droids and stuff, but R2 is R2. That's
for sure.
he's not going nowhere.
For sure.
That is very, very cool. And what I was gonna say earlier is, one thing I love about your collection is that you always think about like the display, right?
Yeah.
How am I gonna pair this helmet with this hot toy, with this plaque, with this lightsaber, right? So it's almost like a combo deal, right?
Mm.
So when or if you run out of space, I mean, I don't know if you have infinite space. How do you go about like maybe rotating, some pieces? Do you flat out just, you're like, you know what? Okay, I have let's say a Bo-Katan display, right? Helmet, hot toy, and let's say like the dark saber, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're like, you know what? It all has to go, like the whole thing, the helmet, the hot toy, and the lightsaber, so I can put on like another one, right?
Yeah.
How do you handle that one?
I haven't given it much thought because so far I still have space, and come February I'm gonna have even more space because
Oh snap!
my son is getting married.
Ah,
So
congratulations.
thanks. So we're gonna, we're playing musical chairs, So my daughter's gonna take his room. I'm gonna take her room, which is bigger than this space here. Probably
Very nice.
double the size, probably.
Oh,
So I'm definitely gonna have a lot more space. I'm gonna have some Vestas. I want to, purchase and stuff like that. So I have a lot of ideas, and I have a little pad over here, and I'll jot them down so I don't forget and stuff
of
like that.
course. Good.
So yeah. So I never given it a thought like, oh my god, if I ran out of space, because I still have space, and like I said, in February I'll even have a little bit of more space. So I got space for a while.
There you go, guys. So if there was any doubt that Flex always wins, that's it right there.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
The one collector that's actually is like, nah, I'm good. Actually, I'm gonna buy more stuff because I got more space. So that's awesome, man. That's good to hear, though, because like I said, I just love the way you handled your collection. You mix like Jeff was saying here. I love the way Elijah mixes different scales. Exactly.
You know what? I learned that. You're gonna have to bring her into the show one day because I'm giving her so much credit for so much stuff today. High Command, she's a big interior decorator type of person and stuff,
Nice.
and she decorates our house and always has it looking nice. And I learned from her. There's like certain rules of three. Things are done like in threes or five, and and she gives me a hand. She'll be like, "Oh, that doesn't look right with this. You gotta lift that up a little higher so it elevates it more, and your eyes drawn more to." It's a science. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a science.
Wow.
She's probably upstairs laughing her butt off. It's a science. But I
That's impressive.
I've kind of
So what-
learned that a little bit, and now I
Nice.
incorporate it by myself. And she'll come down. She's like, "Oh, okay. I see what you did there. Okay." So I have her stamp of approval. So happy
Very
wife,
important.
happy life.
Yeah, absolutely. So what you're saying is the Rogue 5 Cantina is going to have a special
A segment?
edition, yeah, of how to display your Star Wars stuff. I'm just saying that one's free, Joe, so you can just write that one down. Because no, seriously, I've told you this. You were kind enough to give me your opinion on some of the stuff even before I started here on the new bunker, I guess. And some stuff I had to adapt just because of the way the walls are, things like that. But now, like I said, I'm finally putting stuff back into the details, and I didn't want to just do like copy paste from the previous iteration. So I'm trying to be a little bit more mindful of where stuff goes, right? And dude, it's hard.
Yeah.
Like it's
No, it
taking
is.
me forever.
It
like,
is.
It's
is.
just. I enjoy the process, of course, right? Of oh, this looks better here and stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm like, I did like one shelf, out of one detail,
Yeah.
and it took me like 3 hours. So
But going back to credit our community, man, the beauty
Yeah.
of the members of this community is that people reach out to me. Oh, Flex, those lights. What? I'm like, oh, they're Govee lights, and I'll even send them the link to the Amazon that I purchased it. And I've, and they've done it for me. You know how many
Right.
times, brother, I have text Jeff. And they're like, Jeff,
Dude,
brother, how did
yeah.
you do that? Or how long is that? Or can you take another angle picture? And and he sends it to me. I mean, he's really helpful. And you've seen his room.
Oh,
The way he
absolutely.
decorates his
love
room
it.
and stuff.
Yep.
And he's very helpful. And I've drawn a lot of ideas from him, from Eben, from different members of the community. I get ideas as well, and then I'll tweak it to my liking or to my style. So we just feed off of each other. And
Yep.
it's I don't think not one person. We can't take credit on our own for anything. It's a collective thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's funny you say about that with Jeff because I was gonna hit him up. I want to do something on that bottom portion right there. And I remember the way he has his backdrop, so I'm like, maybe I need to talk to him.
Yeah, no, he's amazing. Yeah, his room is
Yeah,
amazing.
no, his room is just
he's
nuts.
a great curator. He's amazing.
Yeah, he really is. He really
I'm
is.
always picking his brain. Always.
Absolutely. Let's see. So Brad is saying, Jeff, it can get confusing. I say he sets up a chart for visitor. There you go. Laughing. Jeff saying, you don't run out of space. Just put it on the ground.
Ah,
Dude, there you go. I like that. Serge is saying, I'm back bathroom break. Hey, appreciate you coming back. Thanks,
Thanks,
Sergio.
Serge.
Joe saying Flex is taking a trip to my house to do my lighting. I hope. Oh,
Yeah.
there you
I
go.
told him. I
There you
told him
go.
I got his back. I got his 6.
That's gonna be nice. That's gonna look really, really nice, Joe. Uh, Jeff saying much love. Send me a note. Absolutely, man. I'll slide in your DMs. Um, so yeah, brother. Once again, just thank you so much for being here.
Oh my
Your
God.
collection is
Pleasure.
amazing.
Oh,
This will not be the last time that you're here. You are always welcome back.
thank you, brother.
And yeah, well, first of all, I want to point everybody to go check out Flex Instagram, so you can see some of the stuff that we've been talking about. So I love that every time you get a new piece, whether it be a lightsaber, a helmet, a hot toy, you always already display it with something else, right? Like
Mhm.
it's usually already paired with whatever is gonna go, along with it. So I absolutely love that.
Thank
I
you.
wish I had that kind of, planning and foresight, but so that's something that I absolutely love about your collection. But yeah, next time, we can do a little bit of a room tour, with you and all that stuff, because apparently it's gonna change,
Yeah,
soon.
yeah, February.
So there you go.
I told my son, you can't back out now, man. I got
Yeah, that's
plans.
it.
I
Yeah.
got plans, man.
I'm gonna knock out these walls and that's it, Gonna build myself a galleria right here.
Yep.
That's amazing, man. So congrats on that. Like I said, I can't wait to what you do with the new space.
Thank you.
And again, thank you everybody here in the chat. You
Yes.
guys have been insane. Uh, you guys are on fire. Thank you so much for being here, for putting up with some of the stuff tonight. Again, after this, I'm gonna do a whole, checkup on my setup. There's something funky going on. The gremlins almost got me today, but thank you for putting up with it. Thank you to our amazing guests once again. Thank you to High Command for
Yes.
several things.
Yeah.
Thank you for making you go out to the doctor, right? That's a pretty big one.
Yeah.
Thank you for teaching our boy Flex how to humiliate us, with his collection
Oh, boy.
display. So thank you for that, and just thank you for all the support that you've given our brother here, Elijah. So
Yeah.
thank you.
I
Definitely
couldn't
for
have
that.
done it without her, man. I tell her all the time. I
Absolutely.
tell everyone, after God, I couldn't have done it without her. I wouldn't have
Absolutely.
been here. I
Yep.
would not have been here.
No, I hear you. Yeah. So tell her, we said thanks for that too. So thank you once again, everybody here for joining me on a special night, Tuesday. A little bit of housekeeping. We will have a new toy hunt video coming out tomorrow for Quake Collectibles over in Chicago during my Chicago trip. It's a great store that have a ton of stuff. So make sure to check that out. Again, we'll drop in the channel tomorrow. And I think I might do one more live stream this week. I have a bunch of gargoyles that I want to unbox. So maybe we just do that live. So be on the lookout for that. Maybe a toy talk here in the near future. So what else can I say, man? Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for all that you have done for this community. For me personally, um, like I said, I don't even have the words to say it. So thanks for that. Thank you for joining us here.
Brother, pleasure.
Thank you for everybody in the chat. And once again, Rogue 5 Cantina, guys, Sunday, 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern. And so check it out. The link is somewhere here, Rogue 5 Cantina. And like I said, make sure you tune in this Sunday, because I
This
think it's gonna
Sunday.
be a good show.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just saying. I
I
have
can't
this,
wait.
I have a
can't
hunch.
wait.
I have a hunch.
My
that it's gonna
expectations
be
are so much more than last Sunday's. I
Oh
can't
yeah, I
wait.
don't know about that,
I can't
but
wait.
because you guys killed it. So also, check out Spice Runners Lounge
Yep.
every Friday,
Friday
also
nights.
8 p.m. Central.
9 p.m.
So
Eastern.
yeah, 9 p.m. Eastern. Yes. So definitely check them out. So we just need something Saturday, man. Maybe I need to talk to Evan. I don't know.
Yeah, we should
We'll come up with
monopolize the whole
something.
weekend, right?
Hey, why not, right? So yeah, thanks again, man. Thank you so much. It was super fun. Thank you, everybody
Oh,
in the
thank you,
chat.
brother.
Last few messages. Dark Blaze saying amazing show. Thanks, man. Nerd affiliated said, did someone say gargoyles? I did, and I blame you for it, by the way. But we'll talk later. Collecting with Cool saying, I think they said goosebumps. Archer. Joe saying, can't wait. Yeah, same here, man. Saying, great job, guys. Nah, thank you, everybody here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cass.
Thank you, Kaz.
Thank you, Jeff. We really appreciate it, man.
Jeff.
So thank you. Brett saying, Sunday,
Brett.
come see this too in the cantina. There you go.
Yep.
Spoiler alert. Fun show. And
Surge.
saying they almost got you, but it's all good. Yeah, they almost did, man. They almost did. Sean, great show. Keep up the good work. Say, I appreciate it, Sean. Thank you so much, man.
Sean.
So
Love you, brother.
thanks again, guys. Go check out Rogue Fly Cantina. Go check out Elijah's Instagram. Go check out my Instagram while you're at it, by the way. Yeah,
Absolutely.
since you have the app open, might as well do that. So thanks again. I hope that you have an awesome rest of your week. We will definitely talk later, hopefully with better audio. Thank you for sticking around, and may the force be with you.
And thank you, Miss Morales, for this amazing human being. Thank you, Miss Morales.
You heard that? Here. There you go. No more. It's a disappointment. I don't know what. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. All right, guys. Yo, have a good night.
Good
Thank
night,
you so much.
everyone. Thank you.